Let's go live to Texas Congressman Brandon Gill. Congressman, always good to see you. Welcome back, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We'll get to the success of the war in a moment, all the breaking news. But first, when you see what's happening in New York City, California, sex changes for homeless illegals, it's an advertisement for red states like your home of Texas, of course, for people to move. But when you and the president and other Republican leaders are promoting all the wins, especially the tax cuts, how can you lose these midterms?
No, that's exactly right. I mean, whenever you see the governor of California promoting sex changes for homeless illegal aliens on taxpayer dollars, I mean, all I can think of is Happy Tax Day, Californians, because that's what you're paying for. I think there's a good reason that you see people leaving California and New York and coming to states like Texas, where you can raise a family, where you can start and open a business without having the government in your face all day, every day, and using your tax dollars to pay for things that you have deep, and most people, I think, have deep opposition to. This is, frankly, it is absolutely idiotic, the kind of stuff that states like California and New York do every single day and have kind of normalized. And that's why I do think that you're seeing a real renaissance and resurgence and a massive population shift of Americans to states like Texas and Florida.
Absolutely. You talked about the government being in your face. The House, as you know, voted overnight to extend the FISA, Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, Section 702, for 2 weeks after 20 Republicans derailed a longer-term renewal that the president's pushing for. They're concerned about government overreach. You voted in favor of the longer-term renewal, as I understand it. What's your message to your fellow Republicans who are concerned, sir, about privacy?
Yeah, listen, I voted with the president on this, and I think that the American people want to make sure that we've got a safe country. I do think that there are a lot of reforms that we need to get done with FISA, but what we voted for last night, what ended up passing the House floor, was a short-term extension of the FISA bill so that we can sort of work through some of those processes. But what I want to make sure at the same time is that the president has the tools that he needs, especially whenever we're in a conflict right now with Iran. Now, the president has been probably the biggest victim of FISA abuses over the past several years, and I think he is intimately aware of what this authority actually entails, and that's why I think he's making the right play call here.
Absolutely. He had the government weaponized him against him many times. He's trying to get some accountability on that. Let's move on to your big fight I mentioned at the top. A resolution is out there blocking the president from deporting 350,000 Haitians. That's passed the House. 10 Republicans voted for it, along with 212 Democrats. Here's what you wrote. Haitians first received this special status because of an earthquake over 15 years ago. America is not their permanent motel. Are you going to stop this, number one, this effort by them? But why are there some Republicans not fighting as hard as you and the president to make sure that this country is safe?
Yeah, you would think that after we ran an election on mass deportations, amnesty would be the last thing any Republican congressman especially would be contemplating, and yet here we are. The reality is that this Haitian TPS, temporary protective status extension, is de facto. It is backdoor amnesty for Haitian illegal aliens. Remember, 91% of the roughly 350,000 Haitians under TPS right now came into the country illegally. 69% of them came into the country under the Biden administration. That was a part of the open borders, again, that we ran on last cycle. So I think that it is a massive betrayal to vote for something like this.
Absolutely. Last minute we have the big news on Iran. The president addressed it at the top of the show. We're going to hear from him in a moment at Turning Point USA. Oil prices dropping like crazy. Gas prices soon to follow. Are you as bullish as the president is about a peace deal as early as this weekend? And are you bullish on the Republican prospects because of the war ending and the economy bouncing back, bullish in November?
Well, I will say I'm not going to get ahead of any kind of peace deal, but things are certainly moving in the right direction with the Iran conflict. And I think, it's refreshing to have a president who actually pursues American interests aggressively and does so in a way that I think will achieve an outcome that is beneficial for both the United States and the rest of the world. But I do think that things are looking better and better for Republicans in the midterms. You have a lot of a lot of sort of downcast predictions about what control of the House could look like next Congress. But I think whenever you have a president who's executing on the things that he said he was going to do last election cycle, and if we can get the House to back him up in that, our prospects are going to look a whole lot better.
All right, we're going to be following it closely. We're going to have you here along for the ride. Congressman Brandon Gill, thanks for your time tonight, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.